The weather's very overcast this morning. It's just sky's covered in clouds and it's chilly. And I'm over here at Eddie's garden. Everything is looking great. And I decided that I was going to make today a nice kale soup. With some vegetables and such that I have at the garden. It's this nice kohlrabi. People have been picking the greens off, so. But it's big. I'm just gonna cook this up. I'm gonna chop this up and stick it in my soup pots. Along with the rest of this kale. I have some herbs over here I'll show you in a little while. But anyway, I also kind of came to check because, I don't know, it's just nice to be in the garden. And, yeah, everything looks good. So, I'm going to go back to the kitchen now. Alright, so this is what I guess I'm going to be calling my garden haul. And I collected some kale, as you saw. I'm going to clean that up in a minute. I got some peppers. I'm probably going to take one of these and chop it up, put it in the soup. I showed you the kohlrabi. I'm going to cook the whole thing. The leaves are just as edible as anything else. They're not as tender as kale, but they're more like collard greens. But anyway, I'm going to cut those off and make it, cut them into strips and throw that in the soup. And then the kohlrabi, I'm going to peel because the skin is kind of tough and slice it up. And then I got a tomato here. I'm probably going to put more than one tomato in there. I got a bunch on the kitchen table. This is an onion that I picked from the garden a few weeks ago. And then I got this whole bag full of, that works too. Full of herbs that I collected this morning. I got some basil, nice and fragrant. I got a kale leaf. Let's see, got some fennel from the backyard. This is some tarragon that I accidentally broke yesterday. So it's a little withered. And there's some oregano. This is Greek oregano. Parsley. And in the bag I have a couple leaves of sage. I thought there was a third one. Anyway, oh yeah, and there's some purple basil. I just picked like 3 leaves of that because, where's the other leaf? Whatever. Anyway, the purple basil doesn't grow very fast. Very slow. So anyway, just picked a couple of leaves of that. Oh, there it goes. Where's the other one? It's a beautiful color. Anyway, I'm tossing all this stuff in the soup with some lentils and some garlic, which is also homegrown. So it's going to be nice. This is my 3rd batch of tomato paste that I'm making today. And if you remember from the previous video where I made the tomato paste, is basically I have the solids floating on the top of the tomato paste that I juice, and you leave it out for several hours, and then after all that you get this get the solids on the top, get the liquid on the bottom, and then I save the liquid so that I can make soup. So So that was like 3 batches worth of fluid that I saved. Anyway, so as you saw, I also had some herbs from the last time. This frozen thing is from the first time. And when I finish that, I'm going to take those herb sprigs and toss them in there as well. Anyway, so it's very tomatoey, but it's mostly just tomato water. But it's going to make good soup. So anyway, I'm going to take, like I said, I'm going to take some more tomato and throw it in there. Probably going to take another tomato. Excuse me while I stir my paste. And anyway, so I'm just going to chop up these herbs, and I'm going to chop up the kale. My tomato paste is done, so it's cooling, and I put my tomato water to simmer. I threw in the sage and some parsley, and so now I'm going to throw in these tomato slices or chunks, whatever. Some garlic and onions I chopped up. Let's try that. And I'm going to put in basil, and there's these lentils which I haven't washed yet, so let's try that first. I don't generally worry about chunks of rocks or anything. Usually there's nothing, so I'm not going to worry about picking through. I'm going to save this probably for garnish, the purple basil. I don't think I need any more sage because it's a very potent flavor. I think I'm going to put in a little bit of rosemary, just a little bit, because that also is a pretty potent flavor. Although with the lentils are a pretty strong flavored ingredient as well, so I'm just going to put that in there, let it simmer, let the lentils soften, and meanwhile I'm going to chop up some pepper. This is another pepper that I had picked from the garden. I think I'm going to throw that one in. And this, I'm going to peel this. Okay, so I think this is actually ready. The kohlrabi never really got very tender. It's like tender crisp. So I think you could probably cook that kohlrabi forever and it probably would never disintegrate, but that's good because, you know, it stays firm and I like it. So anyway, let me shut off the fire. I'm gonna pick out a few goodies out of the pot. Guess I'll take some more of this kale. You only need about 5 minutes for the kale to get tender. I don't really want a lot because my belly can't really fit that much. I'll pick out the herbs a little later. Honestly, I think soup tastes better the next day, the day after you cook it. So I'm going to leave all that stuff in there to kind of meld together. But in the meantime, since I do need to taste it, I'm going to put this together. I'm going to put the garnish on. Here's some fennel that I chopped up a little bit, and the purple basil. This is all for the nose right now, for the nose. Here's the soup. So I put the fennel in there because I kind of wanted a little bit of a different flavor. I didn't want it to taste like watered down pasta sauce. So, and then I also put the onion flakes in there because I kind of wanted it to be a little sweeter. Usually if I make something and it doesn't seem sweet enough, I throw in a little onion powder or onion flakes, and it helps a lot without actually putting sugar in it. So this is straight out of the pot, so I don't want to burn myself. Wow. Yeah. The onion flakes really helped a lot with the sweetness. Some tomato. I love that texture. I didn't even take the peels out. I don't know where they are. There's a piece of kohlrabi. It finally did get tender. But it's still firm, and it has, well, when it's raw, it has a very strong, like, radishy flavor. But now that it's cooked, it's very mild. And very nice, very mild and nice. There's a little pepper. Very nice. Alright. Star of the show, kale. I got a little bit of fennel in there. Really, oh wow. Really nice. Oh, I don't think I got any of the lentils. That's my favorite texture. Oh, there's one. I have been tasting it along the way, and the black rice really doesn't taste that much different from anything else in the soup. If you have black rice alone, just cooked like regular rice, it has a nice nutty flavor. It's a whole grain, so it's like black. I mean, I like brown rice, but it has a stronger flavor. But it's nice. It's very nutty. Anyway, but you don't pick that up in this because I guess it gets diluted in the soup. Overall, it just tastes like a very nice tomato soup. Very nice tomato soup. And it's very nice for, well, it's not autumn yet. It's still the end of August. It's like the 28th. Today's the 29th. And so, but it feels like September. I think it's like 64 degrees. So anyway, I hope you make this soup. It's hearty, it's delicious, it's vegan, which is really nice. I mean, obviously if you don't want to make it vegan, you can put like maybe chicken bouillon instead of the salt, just sea salt. But anyway, I'm not missing the meat. I'm not missing the meat flavor. Thanks for watching.